Hi, Mike Brinley, auctioneer. I posted a blog this morning about people not being smart enough to know that they don't know something and posting things largely that are just completely fake news. Not true at all. No basis in fact. And I checked, I think, Facebook later on today, and I've seen no less than, golly, 15, 20, 30 posts with equally fake news, not true, but not based in fact. Memes, videos, sources, nothing cited. It's just, I saw a news report that Twitter had reported a significant or material amount of fake accounts posting things on Twitter supporting one view or another with no basis in fact. It's just crazy. I think we can do better. I think we should do better. You know, if you see a story or a meme or someone else is sharing something of sorts that looks just a touch odd, wonder if that's true. Wonder if that's, you know, or even if the emotion you have at the time is, boy, I hope that's true. You can check it. You can verify it. Now, not 100%. I don't know that any facts are 100%. I saw a presentation at the National Auctioneers Association, and the screen said something like 1 + 1 = 4. And I majored in math in college, and I don't recall any sort of equation where 1 + 1 = 4. Now, maybe it was meant as a joke or just poking fun, probably at me, but nonetheless, 1 + 1 doesn't equal 4 in almost any system of mathematics. That's not true. But it was on a slide. It was in print. On Facebook, it's in a meme. It's a video. It's a story. There's a link you can click. You can see that somebody said, somebody held out, somebody proposed, somebody wrote, somebody commented. Like I said, I don't think there's a 100% solution here, but my goodness, I get text messages, Facebook messages, emails. Share this with all your friends before Facebook takes it down. Well, Facebook should take it down because it's not true. That didn't happen. The president didn't say that. The president's daughter isn't. Bill Gates isn't. It was, gosh, I'm trying to think how many years ago, several years ago, somebody shared Shell stations, Shell gas stations, where the sign had changed to Obama gas stations, where if you were below a certain income level and a Democrat, incidentally, you could pull your car in and get free gas. Obama was giving out free gas at what had been portrayed as Obama gas stations. They weren't Obama gas stations at all. They were Shell stations. Somebody took the Shell emblem off and put Obama on there. I called out the auctioneer who shared it. Look what Obama's doing. He's got gas stations set up. No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. And the worst part of that exchange was that I called him out and said, those aren't Obama gas stations. There's no such thing as Obama gas stations. Those are Shell stations. And somebody's photoshopped or put Obama's picture or name on the sign, taken the Shell emblem off. And he said, well, that could be true, but here's my point. Obama shouldn't be this, that, and the other. That's your point. You're using a photoshopped Shell station, portraying the Shell station gas stations as Obama gas stations. And you're trying to make a point with me. You're going to have to up your game, because if you're using false information, if you're using false information you know is false in attempts to make a point with me, that ain't going to cut it. We're not going to have that conversation. Now, I think Facebook took those down shortly afterwards, or eventually. My God. I mean, we got nothing else to do. I know a lot of us are still cooped up in our homes. We got cabin fever. All we got's the internet. So let's hop on the internet. Let's find something we agree with, whether it's true or not, and let's share it, because I got nothing else to do. Well, I mean, you could knit or sew, maybe embroidery, learn to paint, go outside your home and breathe in some fresh air. Maybe drink some more coffee. I don't know. You got other options. But sharing nonsense, absolute nonsense on Facebook or otherwise tells me what about you? Tells everyone what about you? That if I hire you as an auctioneer to work my auction in the second ring, you might be spewing nonsense to that crowd. If I have you substitute auctioneer for me, if I have you work for me, if you ask me to work for you, my name is going to be associated with possible spewing of nonsense to a crowd of people. I just don't think it. I don't know. I have talked. I have written. I'm an example of marketing a brand, developing a brand with blogs and videos and commentary and a site where that can be found, and searchability, search engine optimization, so to speak. If you're being found where you're posting or spewing or reciting or sharing false information, what's your brand? What's your brand? What do people know you for? If I pulled up your Facebook profile, found your closest friends, Facebook friends, relatives, neighbors, coworkers, what have you, that regularly interact with you on Facebook, what would they say about you? What would they tell me? You know, there's a common exercise that you can kind of go through in your own mind about how you're known or how people view you. Ask people when you're not around to describe you. How would they describe you? How do I describe? How do I characterize? How do I evaluate people who post crazy, wacko, could not be true, no verifiable source of that information? There's nothing out there that suggests that that's true, but we're going to post it anyway. We're going to share it anyway. We're going to comment on it anyway. What would I tell someone about you? I'm going to post that anyway. Yeah, whether you know it's true or not, you're still posting it, and it's not true, and you made no effort. Here's the downside to your method. You make no effort to verify it. You make no effort to see if it's true. It agrees with your point of view, so I'm going to post it. What's your brand? As I suggested in my article this morning, if you're a regular poster, a regular sharer of completely false information, I don't really have to check any of the sources of what you post, because you regularly and consistently and constantly share stuff that's not true. So when you share it, I almost know it's not true. Is that the brand that you want? Is that what you want people to say about you when you're not around? Because guess what? When you post it on Facebook or anywhere else, you're not around when they're looking at it. You're not around when they're talking about your sharing information with their friends and their relatives and their neighbors. And they're saying, look at what this guy's posting. Look at what she's posting. I don't know. I know I'm not going to probably change anybody's mind, but I've heard for almost 40 years from other auctioneers that the most important thing you have as an auctioneer is your brand and your reputation. So look at what you're posting and sharing and saying in a public forum, and maybe evaluate yourself. What is your brand? What is your reputation? If it's not what you want it to be, fix it, change it, verify what you're posting. Look for facts. Look for information, not just affirmation of what you already believe. You could do some brand improvement, possibly. Mike Brantley, Auctioneer. Pleasure to be with you today. Other videos on this same page, others forthcoming. Have a great day and stay safe.